Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome back to chapter number 8, that is Introductions to Economics, which is very interesting chapter. It is related to your household works and your household economic and then your country's economic also. We have seen how we can make the budgets of both. First is like your house budget, how house budgets, and then your country budget. That will improve your economic, that will give the balance or give the proportions that how you're contributing to the world economy or to the nation economy. See, we have I hope you have made this chart according to your household expenditure and income. We have seen how economic is all about the family management. First, only one person used to earn and then run the whole families, but today's the situation, it is worse, that one person cannot run the whole family. Many of the house people or the member has to earn just to maintain a higher standard of living. Now we will see the types of economy. See, there are three types of economy, which is capitalist economy, socialist economy, and mixed economy. Let's see what is capitalist economy. Ownership of and management of means of production in the hands of private individual. See, this is like your own business. If you are starting a business, or you one person of your family is starting a business, how they can earn, how much they will earn, this will become in your capital. One is a person who is not involved with anybody, who's only doing a business just for their own. They doesn't have to share their income or their profit or their loss to anybody. That's called capitalist economy. Main aim is to earn maximum profit. Germany, Japan, and the US have adopted such type of economy. In this economy, if you'll see your house example, you have started one business, that is, for example, a book business. You have started a book business, your father has started a book business, and he's only the person in your house who's selling and who's purchasing the goods from the manufacturers. What happened, the profit will come on the books will directly go to your father, because your father is the only owner of that shop. So this is example that whether it's profit or whether it's loss, that will be contributed by only one person. Likewise, the Germany, Japan, and USA adopted this kind of policy, that only the profit, maximum profit, will going to be earned by only one person. So this is capitalist economy. Then socialist economy. The main production belongs to the society as a whole, that is the government's control. Main aim is to achieve social welfare. China, Russia have adopted socialist type of economy. Now the social type of economy. What is social type? That this is cause only, and these products are made just for the sake of society. For example, if you'll see the medicines or any kind of you can say Dettol products, and which is now you can see the sanitizers and the masks. The current situation I'm telling, so this is meant for societies. Obviously the sanitizers are making getting in the bulk, and they are producing in the bulk just for the society, just for the sake of society, that society should be safe. Likewise, the masks, they are producing the hundred of masks. Why? Just to save the society. And their main the motive is just to achieve the social welfare. Agar ye log for example, if they'll if they have sanitizers and the mask facilities are available, then it will cause and it will improve the social welfare. China, Russia have adopted the social type of economy. See, Japan, Germany, and USA is capitalist economy. China, Russia is socialist economy. Now the mixed economy. Coexistence of private and public sector. A balance between profit and social welfare is made. India, Sweden, the UK have adopted these type of economy. Now this is mixed economy, that they are earning, the public and the private sectors are coming together. Main aim is to earn profit also and give the social welfare also. If you will see this This will also come in medicines, the Coca-Cola brands and ISI mark products. And this comes, once they are, introducing something, and then they are the girls products and the boys products also. So this comes in, to give to earn a profit and give the social welfare. So India, Sweden and the UK is there are the countries who follow these kind of economics, mixed economics. Now see, in the economics we have to take care that factor can affect the economy. What are the factors? Occupation. Obviously, whatever your occupation, your salary or your income will be according to that. Then population. For example, your salary is very good, you're getting 50,000 or 60,000, but what happened, the family members in your family are like 7, 8, 10, or maybe the 15, that 50,000 will not be going to be enough for you. Then geographical area and natural resources. If you'll see the Kashmir and all, their earning is very simple, they don't earn in a high level, but their geographical situation is always cold, and they face snowfalls and all. So their economic, that's also geographical reasons that also affects the economic. Then political sovereign. For example, you can see that Afghanistan and all, their political situation are always worse. So these are the factors which affect the economy. Understand? Then globalization of economy. The recent economic policy are taking the economic toward globalization. Globalization means building a world economy. World economy is borderless. Economic is which natural resources, profit and service, capital, labor, technology flow freely across borders of the countries. Globalization means aligning the country's economic with the world economy. There are free trade and all restrictions investment are set aside. What is economic? Now economic is not about your house, not about your country. It's about the globalization, your contributions to globally, global or the international. Why this has happened? Because of the currency value. See, the American dollars are high in their currency. Then the Japanese euro or these all are high in their quality, or sorry, quantity, or their values are very high, and the Indian rupee is low in value. So we have to improve. The more people will work in India, the more economic level, the standard of living will going to improve, and that will give or take the stand in the globalization. Understand? We'll see till here. Next we'll continue in the next lecture. Thank you.